here. All right. So I'm Rachel. I've known Paul for 23 years, which is every moment I've ever been alive. And I'm here to tell you a series of true stories, which is helpful. Unlike Ryan, I have plenty of material to work with here. And some of you, when you came in, you probably recognized me because apparently I look so much like my mom, which is something that we hear quite a bit. We don't see it. But, you know, because we look so much alike, and I don't really look like my dad at all, I've had people ask me, you know, well, maybe you're the mailman's daughter. And I just really don't appreciate people talking about my mom like that. But I love my family very much. We actually were very privileged. We took a vacation to Arizona last May, right after I graduated from SLU. And it was really awesome to go there with them because Dad could tell me firsthand all about the Pony Express. How that was. And he's got lots of stories. And Mike, you know, I'm sorry to tell you, I think that he's already repeating them because I hear them.
I just can't remember.
No, granted. But he's already been repeating himself. I remember when the movie Titanic came out, and his joke then was one I could tell it to you right now, and I will, because I heard it 5 times at every social function that we were at. As I circled the room, he would be talking to someone else. So, did you see Titanic yet? I don't want to ruin the end for you, but the ship sinks. It's a good joke, I know. Yeah. Perhaps nothing was worse than when he was teaching me how to drive. There were 2 schools of thought on how I should learn how to drive. Mom's school was air brakes on her side. She was always hitting those brakes, and it just never helped. But Dad's method was to just repeat himself over and over again, sometimes varying the language to make sure I understood. Now, Rachel, up there, the light is red. Make sure you start to hit your brakes. Now, you're going to want to slow down because the light is red. Rachel, that light is red. Slow down. Hit those brakes now, Rachel. And I said, of course I know that the brakes, you know, stop the car, obviously. That's pretty fundamental stuff there. And I was telling Mom one day about how much, you know, it was kind of annoying that he would say the same thing over and over again, different ways while we were learning how to drive. And she goes, oh, I've never noticed that. So the next time I was driving, we had Dad in the shotgun seat and Mom in the back seat. And I wasn't aware of this at the time, but she told me later she was sitting back there with her hand over her mouth, covering her laughing, because she noticed now what I was talking about. So she could hear it firsthand as he's telling me, Rachel, that light is red. Slow down. And I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not a very good driver. Okay? I'm not a very good driver at all. I've had my fair share of incidents with, you know, speed limits and fire hydrants, curbs, parked cars. Yeah, but you know what? I'm not a bad driver because I'm a woman. I'm a bad driver because I'm an Allen. Because maybe I did hit a parked car once or twice, but at least it wasn't my daughter's car parked behind me in the driveway. And it was so nice, actually, because for a change of pace, it wasn't my fault. I remember very clearly coming to their house and hanging out. Dad's going out to the store to run some errands. And all of a sudden, the door slams, and I hear him yelling obscenity, which I won't repeat. I mean, we're in mixed company here tonight. And I go, what's wrong? And he's like, I just backed into your car. Thank God I was in the other room, so I could laugh without being detected. So he went off on his errand. Well, Mom comes home, and my car's in the driveway with the hood bent. Like this, because he backed right into it. And I hear her open the door, and I go, hey, Mom. And she goes, Rachel. And it was very nice for a change to be able to say, I didn't do it. And as if that weren't enough, 2 weeks later, he backed into her car too. Well, I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to end this with a toast. After all of the roasting, you're supposed to say something nice. So I have one more story to share with you. It actually is connected to the Corvette. Right after he got it, he was very proud of it, obviously, he still is. That's his baby, not me. And we took it to the dentist one day. We had appointments at the dentist's office. So we took it with us so he could show Dr. Chris Look at my fancy car. I'm a mailman, but look at my fancy car. We park the car outside so that Dr. Chris can see it through the window while he's working on her mouse. And as we're going into the office, there's a woman outside, and I'm sure you've seen this woman. If not the exact woman, you know her type. She's, probably in her early 40s, too tight clothes, too big a hair, too much makeup, gabbing on a cell phone, smoking a cigarette. So we go inside, and she's outside, and sit down in the waiting room. And Dad's appointment's up first, so he goes into Dr. Chris, and I'm still sitting there waiting. Well, this woman outside, she finishes her cigarette and her conversation. Comes in, sits down across from me, just to be nice, just to make conversation. She looks at me and she says, "So, is that your boyfriend's vet?" And I said, "No, that's my dad." And without skipping a beat, she goes, "Oh, well, you never can tell these days." So while you may be 50, you can't be looking that bad if you can still pass for my boyfriend.